The Tortoise and the Hare, Good Bedtime Stories for Children. Today we have a book named The Tortoise and the Hare, Good Bedtime Stories for Children. I think they're so pretty. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I love it. Please give this video a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Thank you, reading. So, here we go. In a sunny meadow nestled between rolling hills and colorful wildflowers, a group of animal friends gathered each day to play and chat. Among them was a sprightly hare named Harold and a steady tortoise named Timothy. Though they were very different in nature, their friendship was a beautiful example of the bonds that can form between unlikely companions. Harold, the hare, was known throughout the meadow for his lightning, fast speed, and boundless energy. He loved to dart and dash, leaping over rocks and sprinting through the grass with the wind in his fur. His agility was a marvel to behold, and he often boasted about his swiftness to anyone who would listen. On the other hand, Timothy the tortoise was deliberate and methodical. He moved at a slow and steady pace, taking the time to savor the sights and sounds of the meadow. His shell protected him from harm, and his calm demeanor was an inspiration to his friend. One bright morning, as the meadow buzzed with excitement, a lively discussion arose among the animals. Harold, brimming with confidence, declared that no one could ever outrun him. He playfully challenged anyone who dared to try. Timothy, ever the wise tortoise, spoke up. "Harold," he said with a smile, "perhaps speed isn't the only measure of greatness. There is value in patience and persistence as well." Harold couldn't help but chuckle. "Oh, Timothy," he teased, "you're welcome to race me anytime you want. But don't be surprised when you see nothing but a cloud of dust ahead of you." The animals couldn't resist the idea of a race between the swift hare and the steady tortoise. They marked a path through the meadow, and word spread like wildfire. The race was set, Harold against Timothy, speed against patience. As the sun rose high in the sky, the animals gathered at the starting line. Excitement filled the air as Harold and Timothy stood side by side, ready to embark on their legendary race. With a cheerful signal, the race began. Harold shot forward like an arrow, his powerful legs propelling him across the meadow in a blur of motion. The animals cheered and marveled at his incredible speed. But as Harold raced ahead, Timothy plodded forward at his own deliberate pace. His legs moved steadily, carrying him forward step by step. The crowd watched with bated breath, their eyes shifting between the two competitors. As the meadow stretched out before them, the tortoise and the hare continued on their path. The sun moved across the sky, casting its warm glow over the landscape. The animals' cheers turned into murmurs of amazement. Then, as the race neared its end, something unexpected happened. Harold, in his eagerness to reach the finish line, began to tire. His breath came in heavy pants, and his legs started to feel like lead. He had underestimated the distance, and his confident speed was waning. Meanwhile, Timothy remained steady and resolute. His slow and measured pace had carried him steadily forward, and now he found himself closing the gap between him and the weary hare. In the final stretch, as the finish line came into view, the animals watched in astonishment as Timothy, the tortoise, overtook Harold, the hare. With each determined step, Timothy moved closer to victory. And so, it was Timothy the tortoise who crossed the finish line first, greeted by the cheers and applause of his fellow animals. Harold, despite his swiftness, had been outpaced by the tortoise's unwavering determination. The meadow erupted in celebration as the animals gathered around Timothy, congratulating him on his triumph. Harold, despite his initial bravado, now looked upon Timothy with newfound respect. In the end, the tale of the tortoise and the hare became a cherished lesson for all. It reminded the animals that while speed and agility have their merits, patience, determination, and a steady heart can lead to victories that are just as sweet. The end. Good job, friends. Thank you so much for reading with me. Bye, I'll see you next time.